Let's go back to the encampment for a second before we continue the side stories. I want to see, there's probably like another battle, maybe? Like a level 22 battle? 23. Conquer the arena. Oh, it's the opposite. We're going onto the arena and the arena is filled with people. Interesting. Very cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. Plus we're getting like quality stuff and like quality iron, quality stone, and so on. That's nice. We should check those out eventually. I mean, he's gonna have new stuff, right? Guaranteed he's got new stuff. Yeah. Tons. You know what? I'm going to keep some because I think we can upgrade a weapon. I'm going to keep at least like... That's the only weapon we can upgrade right now? Oh my god, really? Interesting. No, and I'm out. I'm out of points. Oh my god. I am out of points. What I should do is I should get like this, the Medal of Valor. So I can upgrade another unit again. I will need to get at least one bravery because we have one unit that is not upgraded, I think. But Medal of Valor for sure, right? Valor is like the 3rd rank, right? Do we still have a unit that's not veteran? Yeah, he's still recruit. Yeah, we'll get the Valor. That way we can promote two people. We'll promote me. Although, wait, do I need promotion right now? I don't really need promotion right now. People that need promotions are like casters and stuff because like they get more TP. So they get to use more TP. I've never run out of TP on my main character. Of course, it gives me like an extra skill or whatever, but like the main thing I would use it for is TP. So I should probably like boost my my casters and healers, for instance. Probably should focus on those first. Look at how cool her look is.
It was worth every effort.
I really wish that in cutscenes, it would be the look that you're at in the upgrades instead of the default look for everybody. It would have been a lot more like job for the devs, but I think it would have been so cool. Get some other casters too, like him, for example.
My debt is not yet repaid.
I still have a few points, right? We can probably get some of those texts, like lore bits. The Might of the Goddess. Let's start with that one. Because if I buy like all of them, I'll forget which one. The Might of the Goddess. The history of Norzelia is also the history of the goddess's teachings. The goddess punished the Roselle who attempted to claim the realm's salt as their own and bestowed the source upon her faithful. The goddess's scriptures are the oldest of Norzelia's written records, and her teachings are the oldest religion in the land. The history of her followers predates that of all nations. With the source and the power of salt at their backs, her faithful built a nation headed by a hierophant that unified church and state. That nation came to be known as the Holy State of Izant. According to the scriptures, Izant is the oldest of the three nations. Though it is unknown when the giant statue of the goddess and the source was built, our believers assert that it is the goddess's descended upon this earth. Her words are spoken through the Hierophant, who in turn brings equality to her faithful. The fact that such a peculiar nation owns the source and has held such tremendous influence since antiquity is both a mystery and a distinction of Norzelian history. While some books assert that Glenbrook is the oldest of the three nations, those records were written after the goddess's scriptures. This has led some to believe that they are more fabrication than fact. Although there is no doubt as to when the scriptures were written, their level of literary completeness suggests that other records should have existed at the time. Since no such records remain, however, it is hypothesized that a large-scale book burning may have occurred. Ugh. Book burnings. Dude, I have no idea. I'm so curious. I'm so very curious about that. The history of Esfrost. The origins of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost are complex. The nation's founders were of House Esfrost, a family of nobles related to a previous generation of Glenbrook's royal line. At that time, a clan from the Norton Mountains repeatedly invaded the kingdom and caused great damage. House Esfrost then led a company of vassals and mercenaries into the mountains and defeated the clan's chief. In recognition of their valor, the king granted the Esfrosts dukedom and rulership of their conquered territory, which came to be known as the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. House Esfrost encouraged the mountain folk under their jurisdiction to turn the ironworking skills into an industry, thus strengthening their move towards independence. When the crown transferred to the current family line, Esfrost made its break from the kingdom and established itself as its own nation. Their military might is still alive and well in the Black Irons, who wield the latest iron arms, and the mountain folk raised in the harsh Norton environs ardently support the simple and stable rule of House Esfrost. Okay. What next? The people of Norzelia and the winds of Norzelia. People and winds. Nope. People are a product of their environment. For example, citizens of Glenbrooks are calm and mild-mannered, much like their mild surroundings. Those living in a crown city that bustles with trade, however, are calculating and easily influenced by others. The people are also categorized by their emphasis on custom and tradition, which can be expected from such a long-standing nation. Those living in the Wolford domain are simple and sincere, perhaps influenced by their lords. As Frosty citizens, on the other hand, are characterized by their proud and independent personalities. The duchy is home to many ambitious and inquisitive artisans. Some might say they can come off as self-righteous. The Byzantine subjects are pious and honest, followers of the goddess. They offer their thanks to her every day for her blessing of equality. Ordinary persons such as myself tend to feel ashamed in comparison. Finally, we have the Roselle, marked by the rose-colored hair. Unfortunately, I have never had the pleasure of meeting a Rosellan in person, though I doubt I ever will find one outside the source. The goddess's teaching portrays them as sinners who attempted to monopolize salt in ancient times, but could that really be true? Indeed. There are two large wind systems constantly blowing across Norzelia. The cold wind blowing from north to south is known as the mountain wind. The warmer wind that blows from east to west is the desert wind. These two winds collide above the plains, creating clouds and bringing about rainfall. The breeze generated by this collision also helps ships traveling upstream. Birds instinctively use this wind when in flight. Messenger birds in particular take advantage of the gusts to travel long distances quickly. When great auks have riders upon their backs, they utilize the strong winds to ascend and glide. Skilled aukers and auk riders can read the winds and use them to travel further faster. Interesting. Now we have boosted some classes. We don't have anything to boost any jobs, any weapons. We'll get some of this instead. I need 2. And I need some ranged stuff here. Oh, large range firestone. Ooh. I don't want to spend all my money on this though. Which I kind of ended up doing anyway. Well, I need 10 superior iron. Oh my god, bro. This is so strong. 1 instance of invincibility to all allies within range. That seems insane. I really want her to upgrade, and she needs a rare thorn though. I'm really curious to see what happens. Same with her, with a curious feather. We'll need to farm some money. We'll do some more of the side stories though. Eridor brushes up the subjects of Benedict's sought after flower, but why?
Made it in time.
Eridor, you came.
Lady Destra, your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not impose my familial obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader. Me and your mother may not have been family by blood, but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you by my side. I never had a chance to know her. My only memories are from stories others told me. And still, I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace, hear the loving sound of her voice.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly, I reckon not even the Dawn Spear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated young Benedict and I like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word, and worry enough to spare. There weren't a woman like her in all of Narzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
Well, not exactly, my lord.
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There's naught to apologize for. It was a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it. Somehow, I can feel Mother smiling down upon us.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
Huh. There's already a snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
So
What was
Benedict?
that?
It was nothing, my lord. Seems we're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eridor.
Of course, my lord. Snowbells might capture a moment in time, but your mother inspired loyalty for an eternity.
Damn. Damn. All right. Gila reflects on both Frederica's growth and her own changes over the years.
It's become late. We'd best keep an eye out for bandits.
You have a warrior's intuition. You needn't worry. I won't let us come to harm.
It takes no great intuition to see that this world is falling ever deeper into chaos. The reasons, however, remain elusive. Will we see our way safely through this darkness? I cannot say.
We have not but our duty, and mine is to Prince Roland, whatever might become of House Wolford.
I find your perspective refreshing. Although it may be direct, you walk the path you've chosen with confidence. On the other hand, I often feel that I'm fumbling.
What? Nah, you're doing great.
I had thought Gustadov to be a man of reason. But now I see that he will not hesitate to employ deceit to achieve his goals. In a manner of speaking, he and I are not so different. I, too, once hoped to have the influence to change the nation. At least, I told myself so. Really, all I wanted was to be free, and Frederica was simply a means to that end. As long as I had what I wanted, I had no great concern for what became of her.
Damn, that's
Gila,
brutally honest.
But this war has caused me to reconsider that. I realize that Frederica herself is worth caring for. She's not the sheltered princess I took her to be. Her wits are a match even for Benedict. She surprised me and shamed me. I was wrong to underestimate her, to define her by her birth and station. She represents my greatest failures as a teacher, but also my greatest success. For she has truly taken my lessons to heart. I see now there is no shame in serving another, and no shame in sacrificing my freedom for something greater. Oh, but perhaps I've shared overmuch. For some reason, I find it easy to talk with you.
The feeling is mutual. You are not so aloof as I thought.
Ah, I've just had a thought. When the war is behind us, I may very well open my own school.
She's so intense.
Of course, you would be welcome to join me. I would be master of the classroom, and you could be master of the training yard. We could teach our students the art of hawksmanship. Our riders would be first class.
I mean, they would.
Ah, what should our school be named? You will come and teach with me, won't you?
Not half so aloof as I thought.
That was kind of nice. Still don't know like what's gonna happen story-wise. Like I really hope that nobody dies, but I mean, chances are they will. The research Corindon spoke of in his drunken stupor seems to be making progress, but big but.
What's so urgent you can't let a man sleep?
Nothing less than the completion of my groundbreaking research, Eridor.
He's always drunk.